After wrapping up the G7 summit in Évian-les-Bains, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in Paris for the final leg of his Europe visit. In Paris, the Prime Minister will hold further bilateral engagements and attend the VivaTech summit, which is Europe's largest technology and startup event. He's also scheduled to interact with the Indian Diaspora at a community program. Earlier, Prime Minister Modi concluded his engagements at G7 summit. The Prime Minister held a series of bilaterals on the sidelines over the 2 days of the summit, with the highlight being the first in-person meeting with US President Donald Trump in over a year.
It really starts with the two of us.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Friends, thank you. Any questions?
Prime Minister Modi told US President Donald Trump that safety and security of lakhs of Indian seafarers is of paramount importance to India, highlighting New Delhi's concerns. Listen to this.
एक्सेलेंसी, आप जानते हैं कि मैरीटाइम ट्रेड की दुनिया में भारत के लाखों सीफेरर्स आज दुनिया के अलग अलग समुद्र में अपनी सेवाएं दे रहे हैं, विश्व की प्रगति में बहुत बड़ा योगदान दे रहे हैं और मैं समझता हूं कि उनकी सुरक्षा भी उतना ही महत्वपूर्ण है। एक्सेलेंसी, समझौते के लिए शांति के प्रयासों में आपने भरपूर प्रयास किया है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि समझौते में सीफेरर की सुरक्षा भी सुनिश्चित होगी और उसको प्राथमिकता मिलेगी।
It's a rough profession, there's no question about it, and we work together on it. This has been happening throughout time, but we work together on it. Yeah, certainly. We love all of those people. They're great people.
Prime Minister Modi also met Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on the sidelines of the G7 summit. The two leaders discussed efforts to restore trade ties and exchange views on the situation in Ukraine. Later, in a post on X, Prime Minister Modi reiterated India's support for peace in Ukraine. He wrote that India will always be on the side of peace, placing the values of humanity above all. Prime Minister Modi also held a bilateral meeting with President of the European Council, Antonio Costa, and President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. Both sides stressed on expediting signing and implementation of the India-EU FTA. Earlier on day one of the summit, Prime Minister Modi held bilateral talks with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, and UAE President Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. The meetings focused on advancing strategic, trade and defence partnerships. For more on this, our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibul, has sent us this report from Évian-les-Bains in France.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will conclude his France visit today from Paris. In Paris, he will be attending the VivaTech and the Diaspora event. Now, when it comes to the France visit, he was earlier in Nice at Evian for the G7 summit and now in Paris. But essentially, in terms of the significance of this visit, it only shows that how India and France have come together closer and are firming up relationship further. The key outcomes from this particular visit has been on innovation, on startup, and essentially sending a message that this relationship is only going to grow in every sense possible. We know that defense has been a major pillar. India, of course, has been focusing on Make in India element of the defense, but also in terms of education, with the French side keen to get more Indian students to France to be part of the educational institutions in France. But clearly, it looks like that not only in terms of the bilateral aspect, but also in terms of multilateral aspect, the relationship is growing. It was, remember, France that invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi to be at the G7 summit in 2019. And since then, we know that the Prime Minister has been invited regularly for the G7 summit. Siddhant Sibul for WION in Switzerland.